Hello students, let's we learn from our reference book, subject SS Standard 4, chapter number 8, and the chapter name is Our Resources. In this chapter, we study about water resources and their importance, rivers, multi-purpose project, canals, lakes and tanks, wells and tube wells, mineral resources, human resources and impacts of overpopulation. Now, our resources. We need a numbers of things to survive. There are present, these are all are present around us, and they are our natural resources. The things present around us are natural resources. The natural resource is something that nature gives us to us. It is something that nature gives to us, and water, air and sunlight are important natural resources. These three are important natural resources: water, air and sunlight. The earth also gives us useful resources like minerals and forest, and the major resource used by us are water, mineral and human resources. These all are the major resource. The major resources are water, mineral and human resources. Now here water resources and their importance. Water is essential for all living beings. We all know that water is very essential for all living beings. Perennial and seasonal rivers, streams, lakes, tanks, ponds, etc. together form the water resource of our country, and water is essential to substance life on the earth. It is essential. It means water is essential to all life on the earth, and it is needed for irrigation. It is a source of fishing. It is useful for navigation. It is also used to generate power known as hydroelectric power. Water is essential for irrigation, and it is also used for fishing. It is also useful for navigation and also used to generate power, the power known as hydroelectric power. Now, rivers. We learn water resource and their importance. Rivers. India is very fortunate to have a large number of perennials and seasonal rivers. India has many types of rivers flowing through it, and Indus and its tributaries Jhelum, Satluj, Ravi and Chenab, the Gangas and its major tributaries Yamuna, Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi and the Brahmaputra originate in the Himalayas and are fed by the melting ice. These all are perennials or ever-flowing rivers. These all are the perennial rivers or ever-flowing rivers, and these rivers like Chambal, Betwa, Son, these all Narmada, Tapti, Krishna and Kaveri, and their tributaries are fed by the monsoon rain, and hence these all are seasonal rivers. First perennial river and seasonal rivers, two types. Now, multi-purpose project. Dams. Dams are constructed across rivers. It is constructed across the rivers and they serve many purposes. They save the water for the rivers for irrigation, prevent water or save water of the river for irrigation. They control floods in the rivers. It also control floods, and they also produce hydroelectricity. The water used for hydroelectricity, and such dams serving many purposes are called multi-purpose project. And some of multi-purpose projects like Kosi, Methur, these all. Now next one, canals flow only in some areas, so channels called canals, and are built to divert river water to agricultural land for farming where there are no rivers. Canals कैसे? Channels are built to divert river water. Canals are built to divert river waters for farming, and for farming where there is no water or no river. For example, the Indira Gandhi canals provide water from the Bakra dams to many areas in northern West India. Now the next one, lakes and tanks. There are large depressions in which rainwater or river water gets collected. This water is used for irrigation. The rainwater or river water are collected for irrigation, for drinking and fishing. Some water in the tanks also seeps through the soil and gets stored as underground water. It is also stored as underground water, and it is used in the dry season where there is scarcity of water. Lakes and tanks water is used for irrigation, drinking and fishing, and these types of water is used in the dry season where there is scarcity of water, and it is stored as underground water. Now next one, wells and tube wells. Wells are dug in the ground. Underground water can be drawn out through wells. Wells and used for various purposes. It is used for various purposes. Tube wells use electricity to draw underground water, mainly for use by farmer for irrigation, and these types of water mainly used by farmer for irrigation. Wells, it is used for various purposes, and tube wells is mainly used for electricity. And now mineral resources. Minerals are substances which are found in rocks. It is found in rocks, and rocks contain different types of minerals. Where minerals found? Minerals found in rocks, and rocks contain different minerals. Rocks that contain a particular mineral in a large quantity are called ores, and minerals are classified into metallic, non-metallic and fuel mineral. Three types: metallic, non-metallic and fuel minerals, divided into three parts. And metallic mineral give us metal like iron, copper, gold, silver, mica, limestone, gypsum and precious stone are non-metallic minerals. And fuel minerals like coal and petroleum are used as fuel. Fuel minerals like coal and petroleum, which is used as fuel. And Chota Nagpur and the Deccan Plateau of India are very rich in mineral deposits. Now there are some minerals uses iron. Iron is used in machine, houses, automobiles, ships and railways, whereas limestone used in cement, steel, fertilizer and paper. Gypsum is used in cement and fertilizer. Silver is used as ornaments and photography. And the gold is used in ornaments. Mica is used in electrical insulators. And the coal fuel and to produce thermal power for electricity. Coal is used for thermal power for electricity. And petroleum is used for automobile cooking gas. While iron is found in Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. Iron is found in these places, whereas limestone found in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Bihar, Odisha, Jharkhand and Madhya Pradesh. And silver is found in Rajasthan, whereas gold is found in Karnataka and Rajasthan. And mica is found in Bihar, Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan. Copper is found in Bihar and Rajasthan, whereas coal is found in Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha and Madhya Pradesh. And the petroleum is found in Assam, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Now next one, human resources. Our country has a large variety of natural resources. We know that our country has a large variety of natural resources. However, proper utilization of these resources depend on the people living here, and they are the greatest of all resources for a country. And in India, we have varied landforms. Therefore, the distributor of population is not even. Some areas are densely populated while some are sparsely populated, and plains have more population than mountain, desert and forest area. In plain area there is more population other than mountain or desert or forest area. And according to the census of 2011, Indian population is estimated as 121 crores. India is the world's second largest populous country after China. First China, then after India is the second largest populous country. And this make manual labor cheap and easily available in India. It also helps to develop healthy among various industries. But the huge population does cause some concern also. Now, impact of overpopulation. The impact of overpopulation is alarming and is giving rise to these problems. First, natural resources like water and petroleum are depleting rapidly. If the population is over, then water and petroleum were depleting rapidly, and if the population over, it is cause storage of food and other essential needs. And unemployment is increasing because of numbers of jobs being less than the number of people who need them. If the population is over, then the unemployment is also increasing, and if the population is increased, it is leading to increased deforestation, environmental pollution and health problems. And our government has started simple education program to create awareness of family planning among people. Our government of India started simple education program to create awareness of family or family planning. This will help to control the growth of population in the country. This awareness helps them to control the growth of population in the country. The government has also established a system of giving incentive to small families to check the migration of villagers to the cities. The government is providing job for opportunity in the villages themselves. Now, this all was in this chapter, introduction, water resources and their importance, rivers, multi-purpose project, canals, lakes and tanks, wells and tube wells, mineral resources, human resources and impacts of overpopulation. Now, let's recall water, minerals and human resources are the most important resources for the development of our country. Water is available naturally through rains. It is found as underground water and the earth surface, underground water on the earth surface and at surface in the form of river, lake, ponds, etc. And the underground water is tapped by digging wells and tube wells. Water is used for purposes like domestic, industrial, fishing, navigation and power generation. Mineral resources are classified as metallic, non-metallic and fuel minerals. Minerals are also used in industries for manufacturing of various goods, construction of building and power generation. And the Chota Nagpur and the Deccan Plateau regions of India are very rich in mineral deposit. Chota Nagpur and Deccan Plateau of India are very rich in mineral deposits, and the human resources are essential for the growth and planned utilization of the other resources of a nation. And the limited natural or the human resource help in conservation of resource and improves the standard of living of a nation. So, this was all in this chapter.